D&D Adventure Hooks, World in Darkness. For centuries, the city of Emberglow has thrived in the dark world. The streets are lined with glowing crystal lanterns, shielding its people from the eternal darkness powered by the Heartstone, a magical crystal that powers the city. The Lumen Elders, the leaders of the city, preach that the outside world was lost long ago, leaving Emberglow as the last bastion of civilization. But now, the city's great Heartstone is failing, and with it, the light that sustains life. A panicked scholar approaches the party, claiming that he found a map from a banned book, one that speaks of a lost passage to paradise. The party finds themselves hunted by the fanatical lord, Dralith, and his Lumen Guard. To uncover the truth, they must navigate collapsing tunnels, ancient clockwork sentinels, and creatures twisted by darkness, and eventually discover that the city is deep underground. An entire world exists on the surface. With this newfound knowledge, the party must make a choice: restore the Heartstone and preserve Emberglow, or seek the surface and shatter the world's oldest lie. But Dralith will not let the past be rewritten so easily, and in his desperation, he may become something far more terrifying than any myth. D&D Adventure Hook. The stars are watching. A new constellation has appeared in the night sky, an uncharted cluster of stars forming an ominous sigil. Scholars and stargazers marvel at its beauty, but those who stare too long begin to change. They murmur in an unknown language in their sleep. They feel compelled to sketch strange symbols into the walls. They dream of something colossal stirring beyond the heavens. When an entire village succumbs to this eerie affliction, its people begin speaking in unison. Hired by a desperate scholar who is studying the stars, the adventurers must follow cryptic clues to Star's End, a ruined observatory at the edge of the realm. But they are not alone on this journey. Pilgrims, entranced by whispers in their minds, march toward the tower with vacant eyes, their bodies fading into stardust if slain. The answers lie within the tower's halls, where a lone astronomer has spent years unraveling the secrets of the sky. Valen Solmar, once a brilliant mind, now stands at the precipice of madness. He claims that the stars are not stars at all, but a prison, and that something vast, something unknowable is waking. As reality begins to warp and celestial horrors claw their way into existence, the adventurers must find a way to stop it. The stars are watching. Do you dare look back? D&D Adventure Hook. Escaping the Pit. The party awakens in the Pit, a sprawling prison complex that serves as the waiting area for those condemned to face trial and execution. Whether they were wrongly accused or caught in the act of a crime, the players now find themselves trapped with less than a month to live before their trial begins. The Pit is a place of hopelessness, ruled by cruel wardens and patrolled by guards. Prisoners scavenge for survival, and factions vie for power, each with their own agenda. To survive, the party must outsmart the guards, navigate the prison's maze of a city, and uncover secrets that may hold the key to their escape. As their trial looms, the players must decide: do they fight their way out in a blaze of chaos, or do they rely on cunning to slip past the prison's defense? With enemies everywhere and time running out, the stakes are higher than ever. The party's fate hinges on their ability to escape before their execution becomes inevitable. Will they break free or become another set of forgotten souls in the dark corridors of the Pit? D&D Adventure Hook. Isle of Intellect. While sailing aboard a merchant vessel, a vicious storm batters the ship against jagged rocks, stranding you on an uncharted island. As you gather your bearings, you encounter something truly bizarre: a pack of dinosaurs, each adorned with glowing metallic headbands. Before you can draw your weapons, one of the dinosaurs speaks in common, welcoming you to their territory. These creatures wear lesser headbands of intellect, granting them enhanced intelligence and the ability to communicate. The dinosaurs have formed their own factions, some seeking peace, others vying for power. Soon, you're caught in the crossfire when a rival dinosaur warband ambushes your newfound hosts. Exploring deeper into the jungle reveals the workshop of a reclusive artificer who once lived here. The headbands were his attempt to create intelligent company, but the magic proved too effective, and now the dinosaurs have turned the island into a battleground. Worse still, the surviving members of your ship's crew have been captured, or worse, recruited by the warring Dino factions? Can you track down the missing crew, uncover the fate of the lost Artificer, and prevent a full-scale war between the island's factions? Or will you become prey to these clever girls? D&D Adventure Hook, the Phantom of the Cathedral. A shadowy figure haunts the majestic Cathedral of St. Aurelia, sowing fear into the people of Feralith. Once the heart of the town's spiritual life, the cathedral has stood for centuries, its towering spires a testament to the devout faith of the people. However, for the past few weeks, strange occurrences have plagued the church. Eerie music echoes through its halls at midnight, and ghostly apparitions appear to the few brave souls who dare to visit after dark. Some claim to have seen the figure of something watching from the shadows of the rafters. Local rumors speak of a terrible tragedy that occurred many years ago. The cathedral's choir master, a man named Alistair Duval, was once adored by the people for his stunning compositions and his captivating performances. After a failed romantic affair with a noble woman, Lady Elara, it's said that his love for her drove him to madness, and when she spurned him, he locked himself away in the cathedral's bell tower, where he perished in isolation. Some whisper that he still haunts the cathedral, seeking vengeance on those who wronged him. The town's leaders are desperate for help, as the cathedral's eerie reputation is scaring away tourists and worshippers alike, causing the town's economy to falter. They offer a generous reward to anyone who can uncover the truth behind the phantom's haunting. Is it truly the restless spirit of Alistair Duval, or is there something darker at play within the ancient cathedral's walls? D&D Adventure Hook, City of the Dead. The once thriving city of Valcrest stood as a beacon of culture and trade until the dead began to rise. The cemetery overflowed with clawing hands, and the noble district was overrun by those who had been buried long ago. The undead swarmed the streets, turning those that they slay as the city seemed lost. The gates slammed shut, trapping thousands inside. Now, Valcrest is nothing but a graveyard with walls. You and your companions arrive at the edge of the doomed city, where an emergency message calls from within. The living are few, scavenging in the ruins, hiding from the horrors that now rule the streets. They speak of an old legend of a forgotten mausoleum hidden beneath the city's heart, where the first of the undead were born. Some say an ancient curse lingers there. Others whisper of a necromancer's final experiment gone horribly wrong. Whatever the truth, something in Valcrest is keeping the dead from staying dead, and if it isn't stopped soon, the curse may spread beyond the city walls. Will you fight your way through the undead horde, uncover the secrets buried in Valcrest's past, and put an end to the nightmare? Or will you, too, become just another restless soul wandering the streets of the city of the dead? D&D Adventure Hook, the New World. Long ago, the old world fell victim to the greed and ambition of its people. Wars ravaged the cities. Magic tore apart the land, and the earth itself was scarred beyond repair. In the final days, the remnants of humanity gathered their strength and sailed into the unknown, hoping to find a new home where they could rebuild what was lost. After months adrift on the endless seas, they discovered an untouched continent, vast, fertile, and full of promise. After months of perilous travel, the survivors have arrived, their ships scraping against the shores of this mysterious new world. But this land is no sanctuary. The wilderness is wild and untamed, filled with strange creatures and ruins of an unknown civilization. The land itself, both beautiful and dangerous, its secrets buried beneath dense jungles, towering mountains, and sprawling deserts. You and your companions are part of a caravan sent to explore and establish a foothold in this uncharted land. The journey has been grueling, and now the real adventure begins. Will you brave the untamed wilderness to find new resources and protect the settlers, or will the horrors of the old world resurface to threaten your fragile colony? If you are enjoying this video, check out my Patreon, where you can get access to original monster stat blocks, awesome magic items, and full adventure PDFs every month. D&D Adventure Hook. There can be only one in this world. Faith is a weapon, and you are its chosen blade. The Crimson Creed, a secret cult devoted to a long-forgotten god, has called upon you to seize power in their name, promised wealth, dominion, and immortality if you can prove yourselves worthy. But the path to godhood is littered with corpses. The Crimson Creed has many followers, but only one group can be the chosen champions. You are tasked with collecting the artifacts that will release the god upon the realm, while hunting down rival members, dismantling their influence, and stamping out their fires, or bending their followers to your will. The world above remains blissfully unaware of the war raging beneath its feet. Nobles squabble over crowns. Priests preach hollow sermons. Heroes ride forth chasing glory. None realize that by the time they hear your name, it will already be too late. Sharpen your blade. Prepare your rights. The gods watch from their ruined thrones, waiting to see if you are worthy of their legacy or destined to carve a new one of your own. Will you rise above the filth or be just another forgotten sacrifice? D&D Adventure Hooks, the Witch's Debt. Every bargain has a price, and every price must be paid. The village of Greymire is under a curse. The crops wilt away to dust. The children grow up with terrible deformities. The shadows of the villagers laugh and mock them. The elders claim a witch is to blame. The reclusive Callan of the Hollow Wood, an outcast who lives deep in the swamps. The adventurers are hired to hunt her down before the village falls to ruin. After searching through the vile swamp, the adventurers eventually find Callan's hut and uncover the truth. The witch once saved Greymire from certain doom by making a deal with them, but the people of Greymire did not hold up their end of the bargain. The suffering is a result of their own inability to keep a promise and pay the debt. Will you fulfill their contract and take down the witch to save the village, or will you stand with the witch to force the village to pay their debts? D&D Adventure Hook, a rift in reality. A mysterious rift has opened in the skies above the town of Thorn Hollow. What started as a dark crack in the sky has grown larger and larger, and recently, otherworldly creatures have started crawling out from the rift. Along with the strange creatures, the townsfolk begin having terrible visions in their sleep. The longer it stays open, the larger it gets, and the more monstrous the mutated beasts that emerge. The town tried to ignore the rift at first, hoping it would disappear on its own, but it has grown far too dangerous to ignore. Your party has been hired to find a way to close the rift once and for all. While investigating it, you realize that the rift is a tear between worlds, linking this world to a dark, distorted version of this reality. Can you find what is causing the rift and close it before the realm is consumed entirely?